it's another book launch by the Texas Sisters Press authors. Tonight is going to be the spotlight shining on Miss Cindi Flow, author, as well as her lovely illustrator down the lower corner, Miss Judy Gaudet. This is not you guys' first rodeo. It's your third. Count them. 1, 2, 3 SandyBoy Adventures. So before we get fully started, can everybody go around and just do like maybe a few second pitch on who you are? In the meantime, before we start that, if you want to be entered in to win any of the prizes that any of our authors are bringing with them, feel free to go ahead and comment, and we'll enter your name into the wheel of names, and we'll spin it live before we're done. So, Miss Cindi, who are you? What do you publish?
I am Cindi Flow, and I live up here in Kennebunk, Maine, and I publish children's stories, particularly adventures sponsored by my horse, SandyBoy, and he has wonderful things that he likes to share with children to help them along life's way.
Awesome. Mr. Author Bob May, who are you and what do you do?
Well, I'm Bob May. I'm a retired Texas State District Judge and primarily a granddaddy now. Way out of time. So that's what I'm doing. I've written 3 books, got my 4th one on the way. The real quick, How Billy Joe Bobtail Met Texas Slim, written in 1987. Pop and Elizabeth, the Bobtail Romance in 88. And then this year, I guess, The Scary Storm with Big Bunny and Little Bunny. So working on one called The Memoir. It's an adult book. So I'm really getting to where I'm just starting rolling good on it.
Awesome. Well, we've already got a comment from Ms. Noelle Baker, who's now entered into the Wheel of Names because she commented. So each of these authors are bringing with them a special prize. All you have to do is comment during this launch to be entered in. We'll spin it live. Julie Roth, who are you and what do you do?
Hey guys, congratulations, Cindy and Judy. I am a mom of 2 boys, just a concerned mom who came up with a good idea and wrote a book to help you learn your first sight words. And other than that, right now I'm enjoying stay-at-home motherhood.
Sweet. Diane.
Hello, everyone. Congratulations, my dear friends, Judy and Cindy. I am so proud of you, and I love SandyBoy. And who am I? I am a mom, a grandma, and a children's author in young adult historical fiction. And my latest book out is A Time to Fly. Thank you.
Ms. Judy, who are you?
Well, my name is Judy Gaudet, and I live very close to where Cindy lives, up in Maine. I have met the inimitable SandyBoy, and he is a charmer. He's a great guy, and I've had a lot of fun trying to bring him and his world to life in Cindy's books. I think it's great how SandyBoy has grown over the series of 3 books. And he has changed and matured and gotten into new and different things. And it's been a lot of fun seeing his journey go along. I've also had the very great joy of working with Diane also. And her charming children's books, which are just an absolute lovely little pieces of fiction for kids, and I have just had a great time working with both of these ladies.
Awesome. Well, my name is CJ Peterson, and I write children's fiction as well as young adult and adult fiction. I'm a multi-genre author, and I am also the co-owner of Texas Sisters Press. So as we go through and talk to everybody, specifically starting with Miss Cindy and Miss Judy, make sure to comment. Estelle, Trevor, and Noelle have already been entered into the Wheel of Names by putting a comment. That's all you have to do since you're watching is just put a comment in there to be entered in. Each one of us authors have brought something special to give away, and we will spin the wheel live at the end. So Miss Cindy, first of all, congratulations. Super excited for you with book number 3. We're going to go ahead and show it. So give me just a second. There we go. Everybody see it? Yes, no?
Yes.
Awesome. Okay. So this is Miss Cindy's new book, Cindy and Judy's new book. It's Sandy Boy and His Pasture Friend, and we're so excited to have him back. Cindy, why don't you tell us a little bit about it?
All right. Well, I think, as Sandy Boy has looked around the world lately, and he's interacted at the barn with children and adults and his horse buddies and things, just been kind of a concern about what does it mean to be a friend. And I think we have a lot of children now that are in these uncertain times that are wondering who's really my friend, who will really stand by me, who will really support me. And so Sandy Boy notices one day in his pasture that his friend, Tree, is looking kind of droopy, just not really with it. And he goes and chats with Tree and finds out that Tree just doesn't feel like he's worth anything, that what am I doing here? How did I get here? And as the story goes along, Sandy Boy works at trying to help Tree seeing all the things that he does to help in the pasture, whether it's the birds, whether it's the monarch butterflies or the squirrels or the chipmunks, or providing shade for all the horses. And so he gets really into helping his friend. And yet he also asks questions as children, saying, how long would you really work with your friend to help your friend? How long would you really stand by your friend? And be careful about how you answer your friend's questions, because sometimes they're very delicate. So as the story goes through, page by page, Tree starts to believe in himself. And Judy did an awesome job about showing how Tree raises his branches one at a time until at the end of the story, he's feeling very needed, very valuable, that he has a special place in the pasture, and that he's going to continue to help other creatures in the pasture. And all of his leaves are all the way up, and he is a happy tree. And Sandy Boy feels really good that he actually made a difference in someone's life. And he asks children, can you make a difference in someone's life?
Mm-hmm. And that's important. I mean, especially with kids now, because they have a lot going on, and with all the social media, which strangely enough does affect the children, and YouTube and all of that, somebody could feel like they're a little bit alone. And it's a really sweet story. And he lets them know that, no, you're not. And you're really important. You have a purpose. And that's one thing that, kids and adults actually still strive to figure out.
And we're also trying to put some questions in there and to provide the story so that adults have a venue to question children, to really see how their child is feeling, and are they happy at school or in their circle of friends, or are they feeling bad about something, or something bothering them? Because sometimes we actually have difficulty figuring out how to actually talk with our very own children. And it's also important for teachers and librarians to have a resource that children then can identify with Sandy Boy and with Tree. And I think children respond well to animals. And I think in the first couple of stories that Sandy Boy was in, finding a new home, just like finding a new school, and also discovering through a blizzard the meaning of life for him and everything. And this just kind of takes it to the next level, tries to really personalize it to people that are around us.
Awesome. Well, Estelle, I don't know if you saw her comment. She said, my sister was a first grade teacher and loved the questions and interactivity with all the Sandy Boy books. And Cindy knows all about helping and making positive difference in people's lives.
That was very sweet.
So we've had lots of comments going on so far. Remember, if you comment throughout the broadcast, at the end, your name will be entered into the middle names to one of the prizes that we've got. Speaking of prizes, what do you have today, Miss Cindy?
I am going to give somebody a copy of the hardback version of Sandy Boy and His Pasture Friend.
Awesome. We're going to take a look at that one more time, which I'm sure we'll see it again. Because it's a cute cover and it's a really sweet story. So can everybody see that?
Awesome. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful.
I like the water. The water's beautifully done.
All of the colors are really done. Judy does an amazing job.
Yes.
Speaking of Miss Judy, who are you and what do you do?
Well, in my association with Cindy, I've been lucky enough to do the illustrations for her 3-book series. And in that, I've noticed, how SandyBoy has changed. He came to his new home rather insecure, kind of wondering if he was going to fit in, if he'd ever find friends, how he would be able to adjust to this new place that was entirely different from his old home.
Mhm.
And through this series of stories, we've seen how now SandyBoy has turned outward from himself and is concerned about other people. He's settled in, he's found friends, and now he's able to help them. Where in the beginning he needed the help, but now he can become the helper. And I think that's an important message for children, for all of us, really,
Mhm.
that's a great part in life if we're fortunate enough to be able to give somebody else a helping hand. And the other thing that was a lot of fun about this latest book was drawing all of the animal creatures that Tree has, even though he didn't realize it, Tree has been a great help to a whole variety of different animals and insects that live in the pasture. So I had the fun of drawing fireflies and drawing monarch butterflies and squirrels and chipmunks and just an entire cast of characters. And it was really just a terrific thing to illustrate. I enjoyed it tremendously.
So,
And one of the things when we put the book together and the SandyBoy series now, the books, the font that's used is one that's it's a dyslexic font,
Yes.
so that it really then makes it easier for children with that issue who are struggling to read, makes it easier for them to read, and it's a great resource for parents and grandparents and teachers to be able to have to work with those children so that they can develop a love of reading and not just feel frustrated all the time.
definitely. So, Miss Judy, your art is each individual's. Some people do art differently. I've seen
Mhm.
illustrators who draw it and then put it in the computer and color it, but that's not what you do you? What is your process?
No, all of the artwork that I do is hand done.
Mhm.
Usually I start with a watercolor background, and very often I'll add either colored pencil or an opaque watercolor to it. Very often I'll do some ink work on top of that.
Mhm.
But there's nothing computerized about any of the artwork that I've done for any of these books. After that, of course, it does go to our publishers, and they do their magic with the computer end of things. But they get the physical artwork to work with and do just a lovely job of reproducing it.
Well, you do an awesome job too. So thank you guys so much. So excited for you, Miss Cindy. Like I said, this is book 3. It's been a long time coming because your last one was last year. And I know you have the 3 out. So you have SandyBoy in his new home. And that's when he first moves to Maine, correct?
Right.
So it's kind of like adjusting to a new place.
Mm-hmm.
And then the second one is SandyBoy and the Christmas Blizzard.
Right.
And that's where they kind of get a little bit stuck, but they learn the true meaning of Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
And now we have SandyBoy and his Pasture friend. What's next for you?
I don't know. I think I've got to go to the barn and talk to Sandy and see what he has to say. I think what he'll say is, "Well, I'll come up with something if the next time you launch this, that you'll do it in the barn so I can participate."
Let's just hope it's not like I don't know, cold.
No, it's lovely right now. Yeah. So we're going to probably continue to work on this, the feelings of helping children have some self-worth, have some confidence moving forward, and that they are capable of doing anything, but especially helping others.
Right now, do you have? Correct me if I'm wrong. You have some specials going on with the other 2 books right now, correct?
Yes, they are on sale, and they're on Amazon for a reduced price, both for the hardback and the paperback.
Awesome. Confidence is key in little ones. It is. That's Noelle says that. Okay. So we're going to move on to Mr. Bob May. How are you, sir?
Doing well.
Awesome. So for those that are paying attention, each author is bringing a special surprise. So make sure to comment. If you comment, you will be entered into the wheel of names that we will spin at the end. So Bob, who are you? What do you do? Tell us about yourself.
Well, I'm an old man. I'll be 75 in December, so I'm getting old. But I'm still having fun because I have a 3.5-year-old granddaughter, which is pretty young for a guy my age. You know, I mean, or I'm pretty old to be her granddad. But anyway, I live in Middle Tennessee, just south of Nashville, on a hillside. And I first wrote my first books I mentioned earlier in 1987, and then wrote The Scary Storm this past year, and working on an adult book. So a novel or whatever you want to call it, I guess. I'm not sure the classification, but that's about it. Married for over 50 years, to be 51 in November. And that's about it. No lawyering, no judging, no done all that, been there, done that. So I'm, that's what I'm doing.
Now, does your book have the dyslexic font? I know most of the TSP children's
You know,
some do, some don't. So
yes, it does. It does. I think if you can kind of see, yeah, that's a dyslexic font, I think.
Yep.
Yeah, where they're kind of weighted on the bottom.
And you have 2 other books. Now, are you running any specials on yours right now?
You know, not really. I'm kind of just taking a break on that while I'm working. It's hard for me to do more than one thing at a time, walk and chew bubble gum at the same time. So I'm working on my adult book primarily, and I'll do a little bit here and there just to kind of keep things going. But that's what I'm up to.
Awesome. Now, how can people find you online?
Well, you got authorbobmay.com's my website. And if you go there, you can find anywhere else I'm on, you know, just, and you can buy your books off there, or it shows you how to on many different book platforms. So
now you're going to be mainly focusing on your new adult book that's coming out there, correct?
I'm working on that. I'm not in a hurry. I finally figured, you know, this is, I kind of recalibrated what am I supposed to be doing with, you know, in life right at this point. And I think the book I'm working on is what I'm supposed to be doing right now. So it's a challenge.
Gotcha. Now you're going to be giving, what are you giving away tonight?
I'm giving away The Scary Storm with Big Bunny and Little Bunny. That's Big Bunny. And the other one's up here is Little Bunny. I'm sure you might have guessed that. But anyway, and it's about overcoming differences and finding true friendship. And so that's what it's about.
Good.
It kind of ends with the campfire scene, which is where everything works out the way it's supposed to.
Perfect. Awesome. Well, we're going to be moving on to Miss Julie Roth. Julie, how are you?
I'm very well, thank you. Congratulations again to Cindi and Judy. So wonderful to see the 3rd book release. That's great. And Bob, I love that book. We read that in my house, so my boys love that story.
Great.
Yes, that is a good one.
Miss Julie, what do you have going on over there?
So right now, kind of like Bob, I've just been kind of focusing on things. I'm a stay-at-home mom right now, focusing on my little one. He's about 2.5 now, a little over 2.5. And then I've got an 8-year-old son, very active in baseball. So that's kind of been my main focus at the moment. But I have been slowly working on my other books. So I did do G's Adventures, Learning First 50 Sight Words. So that's my book here, which I'm also giving away this evening. And there are some follow-ups to that I've been slowly working on, as well as another passion project. But yeah.
Very cool. So how can people find you online?
I am author Julie Roth across all media platforms. That's for my website, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, you name it.
Awesome. And you said you have a passion project coming up. You want to share any little bit or just keep it kind of under wraps right now?
For right now, I'm going to keep it under wraps. I think it's too early to talk about it, but yeah.
Very cool. Well, thank you so much. Appreciate you coming. We're going to head over to Miss Diane, but before we do so, remember to be entered into the Wheel of Names to win any of these prizes these nice, lovely folks are saying that they're giving away. Please make sure to comment, and I will enter you, and we'll spin it live before we leave tonight. So, Miss Diane, hi.
Hi. And again, congratulations to Cindy and Judy. I'm so excited for you. And I've had the privilege of knowing Sandy and tell everyone listening that Sandy is so sweet. And that's what's so cool about Cindy's story is that it's a real horse. I mean, and has a true personality. And Judy does such a great job of getting Sandy Boy's personality across in the stories. And Cindy and I've known each other for years, and I know her as an educator, and I know that she's touched people's lives in so many different ways. And to see Cindy moving into this great author that she's become and the stories that she's giving people, that she'll be inspiring people for many, many moons. And I'm just so proud and excited for her. In regards to me, I'm excited that, I have a song of peace that Judy's done, and she's done 2 books for me now, but it's not about me, it's about Cindy. And I am excited to be giving away Time to Fly. And people can find me on all social media platforms too, just by going to my name, DianeFloydBame.com. And I hope you do. And I love everybody here. And my stuff is dyslexia too. So, and thank you, Texas Sister Press.
One of your books has actually won an award, correct?
Yes, it has. And I'm very excited about it. So, A Song of Peace, thank you, Judy, is now Story Monster. Yay! Story Monster approved. So for those who don't know about Story Monster, please check it out. Story Monster is a wonderful resource to discover great books for families. And which also reminds me, I just want to say one great thing about Cindy's books, which is similar to mine, and I think everyone here with Texas Sister Press, is it's multi-layer. Which is that how it's created is one way, but there's a message for adults too. And so don't think that, oh, I don't need this book, but I'm just supporting my friend. But you know what? That book is for you too, because we all could learn from Sandy Boy.
Definitely.
Sorry if I talked so much.
That's okay. How can people find you online?
Yes, so DianeFloydBame.com. And it's for those who are listening, I'm not seeing, it's DianeFloydBoehm.com. Thank you.
There you go. And what's next for you?
Ooh, that's a secret too, but I do have 2 stories that I've written. I just need to perfect them, and I'm very excited. And I don't know if I can talk about the Christmas surprise, but I'm excited about that. Am I allowed to?
Would that be the anthology that's coming out from Texas Sisters Press on November 3rd at 6 p.m. Central Time?
Yes! I'm so proud to have been approved to have my short story for that. So thank you very much.
No problem. Well, I'm going to go ahead and jump in here and talk about mine, which is always, awkward, but that works. I'm one of the owners of Texas Sisters Press. I am a children's book author, as well as I call them little people author and a big people author. So I do a little bit of both. I'm a multi-genre, multi-award winning author. I've been published since 2012. Let me think. That's kind of pretty much just basically me. You can find everything you need to know about me at cjpetersonwrites.com. I will be giving away a paperback version of, oh, can you see it? Nope, you can't. Nope. It's called A Day in the Races, A Lesson in Friendship by Chief and Sarge. Ooh, I can go a little bit this way. And this one is an international award-winning book. And it follows Chief and Sarge, who are my little people book peoples. And little Chief and Sarge are a monkey and a koala, and they get to all sorts of problems and troubles. And we actually have live adventures on their website page, and that allows kids to kind of see into places that they can't normally get into, but kids would love to get into. That's kind of how it came about. So that's me in a nutshell. Also, as far as Texas Sisters Press, you can find us at texassisterspress.com. I know there's a lot of S's, but I know that you can do it. So Miss Cindy again and Judy, congratulations. I'm so excited for you guys. It is book number 3. So how does it feel?
It feels great, doesn't it, Judy?
Absolutely.
We've done a lot of work with good old Sandy Boy,
Mhm.
and we look forward to the potential of future stories. And we feel that at this point in time, it's October, we're getting ready for holidays and stuff, and that maybe there's some lucky young readers who will be able to have a copy of Sandy Boy and his Pasture Friend and go from there. So we're very grateful to Texas Sisters Press. It's been a wonderful experience becoming a children's author, and we've had a lot of support, and they believe in quality. And I think the published works really show that. And I'm grateful to be mentored by both CJ and Lydia. It's been really, really good.
Thank you. Well, we love having you guys on board as part of the Texas Sisters Press family. Oh, where'd it go? I'm sorry. There we go. Now everybody's here. Okay, so we have all the names currently loaded up into the Wheel of Names. So we'll pop over to the Wheel of Names and we'll do some spinning. So we have to find it. And let me know when we're visible.
Visible.
Awesome. Okay. As normal, so far, these are the ones who have made any sort of comment. So those people who know who these people are, please let me know when we go to spin. Okay. We'll start with the star of the show, Miss Cindy's. So it's a hardback for Sandy Boy and his Pasture Friend. That is going to Noelle Baker.
Well, great. That's my granddaughter.
We're going to know her address.
So,
Hey, congratulations, Noelle. Next, we'll go to Bob May, The Scary Storm with Big Bunny and Little Bunny for a paperback. That one's going to Casey Rose. I do know that one, so I will take care of that. Congratulations, Casey. So the next one is... Oh, lost my pages. Julie Ross paperback for learning the 51st words. That one is going to Emmanuel Galen.
and I know Emmanuel.
Yay. Congratulations, Emmanuel. And then we have Diane's a paperback of A Time to Fly. Is going to, it looks like Patricia Swanson.
I know Patricia.
Awesome. Congratulations, Patricia. And then last, but not least, is me. So we'll do the paperback of A Day at the Races, A Lesson in Friendship. That's super heavy. So we'll go ahead and spin that again. Sheila Riemann.
And I know Sheila.
Awesome. So congratulations, folks. We're going to head back over to this side. So we'll go around the room. You can find me at where's my website down here? cjpetersonwrites.com. Miss Cindy, how can they find you?
CindyFlowWrites.com.
Mr. Bob, how can they find you?
AuthorBobMay.com.
Awesome. And Julie?
AuthorJulieRoth.com.
And Diane?
DianeFloydBame.com.
Awesome. And so we have Sheila Riemann, who won paperback of A Day at the Races, A Lesson in Friendship. Noelle Baker, who won the hardback of Sandy Boy and His Pasture Friend. Casey Rose, who won the paperback of The Scary Storm with Big Bunny and Little Bunny. And then we have Diane Floyd Bame's book, A Time to Fly paperback version, going to Patricia Swanson. And then Miss Julia Roth's book, a paperback of Learning in the 51st Words, goes to Emmanuel Galen. Thank you guys so much for attending and for being here. Cindy and Judy, congratulations. Yay!
CJ, did anybody not get a book? Did anybody on the Wheel of Names?
Yes, Estelle Cohen and Marilyn from Maine.
Okay, I will, if you'll get me their names, I'll send Pop and Elizabeth a Bobtail Romance. It's the original 88 version. I'll send that out to one of those people.
Okay, to one of them?
Yeah.
Going to Estelle Cohen.
Okay, Estelle Cohen will get it, and you have her address.
Yes,
Cindy?
I do.
Awesome. Does
I'm
anybody
happy to do a song of peace to the other person.
That's nice.
Okay, does anybody know Marilyn's full name?
Yep.
Okay, so that's going to A Song of Peace. Is that what you're doing, Diane?
Yes, and the Cindy wanted. I
Yep.
cut Cindy off and I didn't need
No, that's good.
to. Okay.
Marilyn will like it.
And
Obviously.
Judy likes it because she did the artwork.
I like it very much.
Cindy and Judy, I did want to say one thing. I say congratulations to both of you. I think I illustrated The Scary Storm. I'm very amateurish, but I learned how hard it is. And I think both your story from Cindy and the art really goes together in the Sandy Boy series for the age group. I think they're both perfectly wed for that age group that you're shooting at. So congratulations.
Thank you, Bob.
Appreciate that, Bob.
Thank
And
you.
thank you guys for tossing in the extras. So the next book launch we're going to have is going to be November 3rd. It's going to be a massive book launch where Texas Sisters Press is going to be launching its annual holiday anthology. There will be 12 authors, which means there will be 12 prizes. So make sure to attend that. Same place you found us here tonight. We'll see you on November 3rd. Everybody